Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm here with a introduction to Tinker's Construct. This video is going to tell you guys everything you need to know how to get started with Tinker's Construct, and if you guys show interest, I'll also continue and get into more in-depth, higher Tinker Construct evidence, but this is really going to be the early stages of Tinker's Construct. So, let's start here. When you start off with your world, you should get this book Materials in You. It's just got your basic information in it. I'm not really going to go through any of it because I'm going to show you what it all means in just a second. Then in here, you can get your next book, table of contents, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. But let's show you guys how to start off, and what you're going to need first of all things is to make yourselves a smeltery. Now, you guys may be turned off about the smeltery because it does take quite a bit of materials. As you can see in here, it says that we are actually going to need to make at least 9 seared bricks plus 10 seared bricks, so that 19 seared bricks, a faucet, casting table, all this stuff. And when you look at the recipes, they're like, oi, I'm gonna need grout, and then grout's gonna need, oh god, sand, gravel, and clay. Oh no. Yes, guys, just make yourself some grout. Just do it. It's going to definitely be worth your time. You just gotta grab some gravel, sand, clay, make enough. I would recommend getting a stack to start off. That'll be enough really just to get you going, but probably you're going to want more. So smelt it down. You can smelt the grout down and get seared bricks, just like this. Any kind of thing, smelt it. Very cool. Same thing by putting in here smeltery. But anything smelted, get your seared bricks, and you're first going to want to make yourself a single smeltery drain, which is crafted by taking 6 seared bricks in like this kind of design, like a parallel, I guess you could say. Then you're going to want a smeltery controller. So take it and kind of like you're crafting a chest, 8 seared bricks. Then you're going to want a seared faucet, 3 seared bricks, kind of 3 seared bricks, kind of like you're making a bucket. And then you're going to want a casting table, which is, what is that? 7 seared bricks, like you're making leggings. A seared tank, which is crafted by taking 8 seared bricks and put a piece of glass in the middle. You get a seared tank, and then the rest you're going to want out of seared bricks, regular seared bricks. So here we go. You might also want a casting basin. Up to you guys. Take 7 seared bricks, just like you would make yourselves a cauldron, but that's optional at this point anyway. So first things first, we're going to take our seared bricks, and we are going to simply place and make a 3x3. So that's what you need. Now, I built this area here. It's a 7x7. That's just because why not? But technically what you're going to need is a 5x5 if you want a full smeltery. But it's kind of like when you're building a ender portal or a nether portal, you don't need the corners of the nether portal. Like this is what I mean when you create yourself a nether portal, you don't need these corners. You can see the nether portal will still spawn without those corners. So that's what I kind of saying here. So then you want to kind of craft yourself this area around. And once again, you don't need this stuff here. And then on the last corner, you're also going to want to take yourself, grab all your 3 different things, the 3 requirements, the smeltery drain, the smeltery controller, and the seared tank. So let's go like this. We're going to place a drain here, we're going to place a controller here, and the tank there. And you can see as soon as it's complete, this will light up, and when it's not complete, it actually won't light up. Well, it's technically complete once it's activated. And then take yourself your seared faucet and place it right there. Now, this is your basic tiny design for a smeltery, and it can be upgraded. It can go up to, let's see it right here, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like this. And this is the max it can go, 3 blocks high, like that. And you can see the more you have in here, the more spaces you get to place items and whatnot. Having just 3 in here, you can see that right there is only going to give us enough space for 4. Then if we get rid of this and place 1 there, it's going to give us that many spaces. And then this will give us our max spaces, which gives us a nice little scroll, which is nice. Now, I'm also going to fill this in here just because I like the look when it's completely full. And yeah, that's your basic smeltery. So really, it's not that much seared brick. Just do it. I highly recommend it. And if you have any hesitations, do it anyway, because it's great. Now, there are things you guys can get to upgrade and make your smeltery look a little bit cooler, and we'll talk about that real quickly. We're going to, let's move this stuff out of here. So, let's see. The other things that you can get for it are like the seared glass, the seared window, and you could get yourself some seared stone and whatnot. Kind of cool. So we'll grab seared glass, and what is that? Some seared paver. Nah, we don't need that. we'll grab some seared windows, and we'll place seared windows here. Let's just place them in here, just so we could see what's going on. Or maybe even seared glass. Doesn't matter, you can see it's still active, whichever one we put in there. And that will allow us to see, hey, let's see what's going on in there. I like that. Let's place this in here. And this will actually be good for demonstration purposes. So, just a nice little smelter you guys can get right here. Very basic. You guys understand the idea. Let's move on. So, what you, like I was saying earlier, are going to need is a casting table or a casting basin. That's going to be placed directly underneath your faucet. And that's because when we pour items out of it, it needs something to store it into. So, very cool, I know. Alright, so let's get rid of everything here. Let's take this casting basin, we'll use that later. And let's talk about how to actually use this smeltery. So, first things first, what you guys are going to want to do is get yourself some of these. They are tool stations, part builders, stencil tables, and a pattern chest. Now, they can all be found in a village, or you can craft them yourself. All very, very simple to do. So, let's talk about the recipes. Right here, a tool station is just a crafting bench and a blank pattern. Place that down. And a part table is just a blank pattern and a log. We'll place that down as well. And the stencil table is just a piece of a plank and a pattern. And we'll place that down there. And this pattern chest lets us take our stencil table, which is this right here. Alright, actually I mean our part builder. This right here, and we have access to the pattern chest right there. It's a very Tinker's Construct, nice little feature. I like it. So, what you guys now want to do is just head back into your NEI or anywhere you have your stuff and get yourself a whole bunch of, what are they called? Of the blank patterns right here. So grab a whole bunch of them, and you're going to want to open your stencil table, and we're going to go here, we're going to place one in, and you can see as soon as we place a blank pattern in here, you can see a rod. Our first thing is a tool rod pattern. So we'll craft that. Then we're going to go next stencil, we'll craft some of these. And ultimately, you're going to want to craft all of them because they're going to be needed if you want it. But you guys can see as we go through, there are a lot of different options for things that we need. So you can see there you go through and there are a ton of different options. So we'll get into each one of these in just a few minutes. But what you're going to need to do from here is, well, some stuff. Because in the old Tinker's Construct, you could actually use these patterns here to craft your tools. But no longer can you do that. You need to now get yourself some other things. So let's go in here, let's craft or grab ourselves some cobblestone. And what you're going to want to do is grab cobblestone, and we're going to head into our part builder. And these things can be placed in this pattern chest like so. Head into the part builder, and we are going to place a piece of our cobblestone on this side, and then we'll grab our different patterns here. You can see as soon as we place that there, well, a stone blade pattern will pop up. And we're going to grab these different things. We'll grab this one as well. I'm going to grab this as well. Cool. So some of these actually require half of a material. And when they do, they drop a shard. And the shard's uses are not very needed. You can see the shard can be placed and can be given some seared stone. That's pretty much the only use for the shards. Very nice. So once we have these things, they are our basic kind of stencils, I guess you could say at this point, or molds. We'll call them a mold. Or no, this is a stencil, yes. And what we could do is grab ourselves either some gold, which is going to be needed, or you guys can go mining, grab yourself some aluminum, which can be found as a natural Tinker's Construct spawn in the ground like that. Find yourself some aluminum or gold, and then copper. So aluminum and copper or gold, which is fine. So let's grab, Tinker's Construct gravel, nah. We'll grab any. There's some copper ore. So those two, or gold like I'm saying. And then we're going to want to grab yourself some lava to power the seared smeltery. So we'll grab that. And let's head over here and let's activate him. So as soon as I place that in here, where is it? Seared tank, that's going to go in there. And you can see the tank's going to slowly fill up with lava. And now it should be full power in there. And you can see this over here. The fuel has increased. Nice. So like I was saying, we are going to want to make some stencils made out of actual hard molds at this point. So it can either be done by taking some aluminum, and I believe it's a 3-to-1 ratio, and we don't need that, we need 2 of those. 3-to-1 ratio like that, and we'll place that in there. Or you could do gold as well, so we'll place gold as well in here. You can see these are slowly burning down, and it does take some time for it to burn. That is just Tinker's Construct smelting it, and it's going to turn it into a liquid, which is very cool. So let's watch as it goes. Over here, we'll head in, look over here, you can see the blocks are actually in there right now as they're full form, and soon enough, one's going to smelt, and it's going to place down in a liquid form and fill the entire smeltery. And this one, there we go. Then these other things should be going in just a second as well. See, this one is about to, well, the gold's going to finish before this. Depending on what material it is, it depends on how fast it goes. So you guys can see the molten gold there, 1 ingot of it. Or we have 4 ingots of aluminum. And then this here, the copper ore, is about to smelt, and let's see what happens. There we go, we get aluminum, brass, or gold. So if you guys want to choose which way we want things to be orientated, you can see that there are 3 different kind of blocks in here. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to choose that we want the aluminum brass on the bottom. Whatever's on the bottom will be drained out first. So we'll put aluminum brass on the bottom, then gold. And I'm actually going to throw one more piece of gold in there. And then what we want to do is take our different materials that we crafted from earlier and just place them on this casting table. And then right click this here, the seared faucet. What's it going to do? It's going to fill this up like so. There we go. It's going to harden up. And look at that. We have our first tool binding cast. And this one is a tool binding. You can see stone binding. And we're also going to do it for our sword blade. So we'll place that. We'll right click there. It's going to drain out, harden up. And now we have a sword blade cast. And then we'll do it with this sword, our stone pickaxe. We'll place that there. Pickaxe head, I mean. And now we have a pickaxe head cast. And very cool. Now this, like I was saying, can also be done with gold. So let's see. Let's grab 2 pieces of gold. We have that, right? Let's see. Gold will drag you to the bottom. And let's grab a different stencil out of here. I'll grab the guard handle. Perfect. And we'll place that over in this. And you guys can see the gold is also going to do it. It's a slightly different color, but still will hold up as a cast. Nice. So that's basic, getting your cast and everything. So I'm sure at this point you guys are wondering, well, Josh, how do we now start crafting ourselves some materials? And that's when I say, you sir need to watch the next episode for this, because we are going to just talk about and getting basic things. But guys, that is pretty much the basic stuff. This is the introduction of Tinker's Construct, how to make your smeltery. Watch the next episode for all the materials, how to get things going, and yeah. But I think that should very much conclude us here. Make sure you guys get as much of this stuff as you can, because you're going to definitely want a lot of these. There we go. We'll get an axe head. Let's place that over here and let's smelt it. But pretty much that's what I have you guys in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. I'll continue to do this. I'll do the next one, and then we'll see you guys over there. So there'll be a link somewhere on screen right now to head over there. But thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.